We are live now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are joining us from. Today is another webinar, and the topic is so awesome. The topic is valuing grades over learning. And today we have our Bosnian team that are here to share their heart out. They're going to share their perspective on this subject matter. I'm your favorite host. Shelin is my name, founder of 24 Skills Nigeria. I'm principal education officer from Federal Ministry of Education Nigeria, and I'm one of educators who have been experimenting in more innovative ways of cultivating critical thinking, sparking curiosity, empathy, in and outside my classroom. I'm a 21st century teacher, uh, helping my students thinking out of box to prefer a reasonable, to be able to identify real world problem and prefer practical solutions to them. And also, I'm one of the educators who are building a sustainable ecosystem of lifelong learning and best practices for all. And yeah, and today, please join me to welcome our distinguished speakers from Bosnia. And first of all, we have Melissa. Welcome on board. Let's welcome our speakers first before we go over to our social media platform to welcome those that have just tuning in from across the globe. I will welcome Adisa. Adisa, welcome. We have
Welcome. Thank you very
yeah,
much. I'm glad to
yeah.
be here.
Yeah, same here. Let's welcome Jasmine. Thank you, the only man standing our midst today. Thank you so much for being here. We are all family, and today is going to be super tech. All right, we have a Besider on our midst.
Hello,
It's one
everyone.
of
Hello.
yeah, welcome,
Thank you.
welcome. Okay, and Matty, welcome on board as well.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right. So, thank you everyone for being here today. Today's topic is a thought-provoking topic, and all I urge you to do, just grab your popcorn and a cup of coffee to be sipping, because we have a lot to go home with today. We're going to go home with a take away, because we are going to hear from people, professional experts. They're going to share their expertise based on this topic. And please, before we proceed or before we declare this event of today open, let's go over to our social media platform to welcome those that have just tuned in from across the global, I don't know, many countries. Okay, let's go there. Okay, well, first of all, let's find out who is the first person that has tuned in. The first person, this is first person. The name is in Arabic. Couldn't pronounce your name. Sorry. Welcome. We officially welcome you. Could you please tell us where you are joining us from so that we can address you appropriately? Okay. Uh, we have the next person here. Oh, he's He's joining us, or she's joining us from Libya. Thank you so much. We also have another person here, Samira. Samira, good evening to you. Thank you. We have Inga Shafides from Georgia. Inga, thank you so much for your maximum support. And we also have Samira is joining us from all the way from Tunisia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we have another person here. Thank you so much for joining us. We have Eman from Syria. Oh, Libya. Sorry about that. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Um, we also have Nga. Thank you so much. Nga is joining us from Georgia. Thank you. We have Najat. Najat, thank you so much. I think either Palestine, I've forgotten. Please tell us where you are joining us from. Okay. Um, we have another. Oh, thank you so much. We have Vijana. Thank you so much from all the way from Serbia. Thank you. We have Joseph. Joseph is joining us from Philippines, and we have Professor Sefiu all the way from Nigeria. Thank you so much, bro. Um, we also have Manisha Gupta. Oh, I don't know. Thank you, Joseph. I know you're tuning in from Philippines. Um, we have Ayman. He said that he's joining us from Libya. Okay. We have someone joining us from Vietnam. Wow. Hatim Min Hill. Sorry if I didn't pronounce your name so well, okay? Do not crucify me, all right? Vietnam, thank you so much. Wow, that's great. We have Isaiah. Isaiah is joining us all the way from Kenya, Africa. Thank you. And we also have Adli. Adli is joining. I know he's from Egypt. Thank you so much. Yeah, he's joining us from Egypt. Thank you all for tuning in today. And without further ado, we officially welcome everyone wherever you're joining us from. Okay, good. We we still have Manisha. Okay, Manisha Gupta. Thank you so much. Nice. Thank you so much. Um, tell us where you're joining us from so that we can address you properly. Okay. All right. Without further ado, this event is officially declared open. And yeah, so many people are just saying, please, and we are going to welcome the remaining ones that just, okay, let's do justice to that. AK from Bangladesh, thank you so much. Your senior member of the family, thank you so much. We have, oh, uh, okay, from Macedonia, Anetka, thank you, and Trajokova, thank you so much for being here. Uh, thank you. I know this Georgian language. Thank you. Wow, we have love educators those are tuning in from across the globe. Thank you so much. Shilpi Mishra from India. I know this is India. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. We also have Adela from Romania. Wow. Thank you so much for amazing love that you're showing us today. So, today's topic is anybody that can remember the topic from the our viewers? Okay, let me tell you. Please just pay attention seriously. The topic is grades, valuing grades over learning. It is a thought-provoking topic because first thing, uh, I want to tell you something here that grades measure your performance as a student. If you're in high school, if you're still in post-secondary school or elementary school. So grades measure your performance while you're still in school. That is it. Why intelligence measures your performance, excuse me, intelligence measure your performance in life general. So grades sometimes make you feel amazing, but at the same time, they give you or give us an illusion of being intelligent and proficient in any subject. Whereas learning, generates intelligence, and the intelligence measure your performance in life. I believe you get what I'm saying. But this is a tip of an iceberg. We are going to hear from our expert speakers, our distinguished speakers, what their insight on this subject matter. Please join us. Don't go nowhere. Yes, varying grades over learning. You know, in some schools, even students, parents, they prefer grades more than learning itself. What you're going to learn will determines your performance in life. Sometimes having good grades in schools does not necessarily mean that the person will be successful in life. No. So these are two different ball games. Please stay put. You are going to hear from our perspectives. Thank you so much for being here today. And with this, permit me to call upon my co-host, Melissa Skokovic. Could you please have the mic and the stage? They are all yours now.
Thank you so much. I would like to welcome everyone, all of our speakers today, because they took their time to be here with us, and all of the viewers that are watching us today here. I would like to say that this topic is in fact thought-provoking, and it's mostly because not all school systems, but most of the school systems are valuing grades over teaching students the lessons. Many students forgot their lessons a day or two after they took the exam, and that is part of the reason why we chose this topic today. I would like for our speakers to introduce themselves in few words. I'm just gonna share a presentation first. If you could give me a minute to do so.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Shall I go first?
Just a second. Here we go. Those are our speakers today. First speaker is Adisa Barić. Adisa Barić, da li nam možete reći u par rečenica nešto o sebi?
Hello to everyone. Evo, ne znam, ću na bosanskom ili na engleskom, ali evo.
Možete i na engleskom, pa ćemo prevesti.
I'm Adisa Barić. I'm from Sarajevo. I work in a primary school in Kiseljak, called Primary School Kiseljak 2. I'm happy to be here tonight and razmijeniti mišljenje sa svima vama. Eto, kratko od mene.
She's happy to be here today and exchange her thoughts with all of us. Our next speaker is Besida Mominović. Besida, da li nam vi možete reći nešto o sebi? Can you tell us something about yourself?
Pozdrav za sve, ja sam Besida Mominović, profesor ekonomske grupe predmeta, znači po struci sam ekonomista, radim u srednjoj školi i predajem predmete uglavnom iz praktične nastave. Učesnik sam mnogo seminara, Europske organizacije e-twinning, također sam dio Državne agencije za obrazovanje i nadam se da ćemo danas imati jednu zanimljivu temu. Ja sam malo pripremila jedno predavanje vezano za PISA istraživanje, pa se nadam da će svima biti interesantno.
So Besida is a professor of the economics group of subjects, and she works in high school. She teaches those subjects, and she's a participant in many seminars. She's also part of the state education organization. Our next speaker is Jasmin Salkić. Jasmin, da li nam vi možete reći nešto o sebi?
Pozdrav za sve, ja sam Jasmin Salkić, dolazim iz Tuzle, Bosne i Hercegovina. Ja sam po struci defektolog oligoprenolog, magistar sam socijalne pedagogije. radim u osnovnoj i u srednjoj školi i šta je inovativno kod mene da provodim jednu edukativnu psihodramu zajedno sa učenicima. Član sam brojnih organizacija, pozorišta i tako dalje.
So Yasmin is from Tuzla. He works as a defectologist, and he is a master. He has a master in social pedagogy. He works in primary and secondary schools. He conducts psychodrama with students, and that's something that's unique about him. Our next speaker is Matea. Matea, the stage is yours. Could you please unmute yourself?
Excuse me, hi. Okay, my name is Matea Pecha. I come from Tuzla. It's a small city, as many of you know, in Bosnia. I attend university at university in Tuzla. I'm actually studying to be a doctor, and I myself am a member of a folklore dance ensemble here.
Thank you, Matea. So next, I would like for speakers to present their presentations that they've prepared. So the first speaker I thought could go first is Besida. Besida, da li nam vi možete prvi prezentirati vašu prezentaciju?
Mogu, naravno.
Izvolite.
Hvala vam. Ja, obzirom da radim u srednjoj školi, mogu da kažem da smo mi u posljednjih možda 10-ak godina primijetili da imamo jako veliki broj odličnih učenika. Znači, nekada je u odličnih učenika u školi bio jedan ili nijedan sa svim peticama, međutim danas mi u svakom odjeljenju u srednjim školama imamo minimalno jednog učenika sa svim peticama, ako ne i više. Znači, postati učenik sa svim peticama je sasvim normalno i sasvim očekivano nešto za sve roditelje, učenike, nastavnike i danas naravno niko ne postavlja pitanje kako je to moguće. Kako je moguće da mi od nekog koji ima sve petice očekujemo da ima neku tu sitnu dozu genijalnosti, a da kasnije vidimo možda da ti učenici nisu u stanju da završe ni fakultet i da ne pokazuju baš neki pretjerani uspjeh kada je u pitanju obrazovanja. Obzirom na to, u Zapadnom Balkanu je prije 3 godine, znači 2018. provedeno jedno PISA istraživanje koje se inače provodi u svim zemljama Evropske unije i tu je po prvi put uradila i Bosna i Hercegovina 2018. Nažalost, moram dodati da mi već smo trebali biti dio ponovo tog PISA istraživanja, međutim, zbog raznih političkih previranja mi tu nismo uspjeli ostvariti i ove godine. Rezultati koji su stigli nama sa tog PISA istraživanja za 2018. godinu su zaista bili porazni. Znači, kako se to PISA istraživanje provodilo? Znači, program za međunarodnu procjenu učenika i znači da se svake 3 godine provodi za svaku zemlju. I Bosna i Hercegovina znači je učestvovala u istraživanju. Uzorak je od 6480 učenika, uglavnom 15-godišnjaka i to su učenici 9. i 1. razreda srednje škole. Znači 213 osnovnih i srednjih škola učestvovalo u istraživanju. Učenici su radili na kompjuteru 2-satni test iz čitanja, matematike i prirodnih nauka. Nakon toga su popunjavali upitnik za koji je trebalo oko 35 minuta. Radile su 2 vrste upitnika za školu i za učenika, a učenici s poteškoćama radili su posebne testove koji su se smatrali lakši. Kada su rezultati došli, kaže, Bosna i Hercegovina je ostvarila prosječne rezultate u regionu. Znači, kada su tu u pitanju zemlje Bosna i Hercegovina, Albanija, Kosovo, Crna Gora, Sjeverna Makedonija, Srbija, mi smo tu bili negdje u prosjeku, međutim, rezultati su mnogo niži od postignuća zemalja Evropske unije. Znači, u Bosni i Hercegovini prosječno postignuće u matematici bilo je 406 bodova, u čitanju 403 i u nauci 398 bodova, što je ispod prosjeka. Razlika prosjeka u postignućima u Bosni i Hercegovini u matematici je 83 boda, u čitanju 85 i u prirodnim naukama 91%. Znači, moglo bi se procijeniti da bosansko-hercegovački učenici za učenicima u ostalim zemljama kasne oko 3 godine školovanja, što je jako, jako porazno za naše učenike. Onaj minimalni nivo postignuća postignut je iz matematike, znači 58% učenika, 54% učenika u čitanju, 57% učenika u prirodnim naukama. Mi možemo da smatramo da su učenici u Bosni i Hercegovini možda pokazali najmanji nivo znanja iz prirodnih nauka i onog razumijevanja stečenog gradiva iz prirodnih nauka. Što je bilo zanimljivo je da su učenici povoljnijeg socioekonomskog statusa ostvarili bolje rezultate od učenika nepovoljnijeg socioekonomskog statusa. Znači da mi možemo reći da učenici koji danas nemaju... Ja se izvinjavam, da li vama je neka mikrofonija, ja slabo... U redu je sad. Znači da učenici koji imaju slabiji ekonomski status, nažalost, pokazuju i slabije rezultate na ovakvim istraživanjima. To nam možda dovodi u vezu situaciju u Bosni i Hercegovini da se u škole jako malo ulaže. I preporuka kasnije u zemljama Evropske unije mnogo više se ulaže u obrazovanje, škole su mnogo opremljenije i nastavnici imaju mnogo bolje metode za obučavanje, imaju više seminara, imaju više prilika za usavršavanje nego što je tu u Bosni i Hercegovini. Kod nas se to uglavnom svodi na lični angažman nastavnika, a ne kao institucionalni dio da nas škole šalju na neko stručno usavršavanje ili kada je u pitanju neke inovacije u Bosni i Hercegovini, mi nemamo priliku tako jednostavno doći u situaciju da vidimo šta je to novo u oblasti informatike, šta je to novo u oblasti ekonomije, elektrotehnike, mašinstva i tako. Znači to nastavnici sami finansiraju od sebe ako je moguće ili se snalaze po raznim organizacijama. Ja mogu da kažem da ja obzirom da predajem praktičnu nastavu u školama, mogu da kažem da učenici jako, jako malo razumiju gradivo koje su stekli iz drugih predmeta. Uglavnom su to memorisane lekcije koje učenici ponavljaju kao, kako mi to kažemo, papagaj, a da je ono kada bi on trebalo to da primijeni, da nešto uradi praktično jako, jako loše. Tako da, moj zaključak jeste da ocjena u Bosni i Hercegovini barem i nije neki pokazatelj znanja učenika. To bi bilo to, ja se zahvaljujem.
Hvala vam. Trenutak samo. So Basida was talking that how in the last 10 years we have noticed that we have a lot of great students with almost perfect grades, and it used to be different before. Grades were much lower, but the knowledge was higher. It is quite expected that students have all good grades here because their parents expect them to. We expect a dose of genius from those students with great grades. But sometimes it turns out to be the opposite. Students with higher grades have much less knowledge. In 2018, a survey was conducted in Bosnia and Herzegovina. The sample was around 6,000 students, and students are from primary and secondary school. They did a 2-hour test, so they filled out a questionnaire, and when the results came back, the average result in the region was, well, it was on average. The results were average compared to the countries around us. So students in Bosnia and Herzegovina are about 3 years behind those students from other countries. The lowest results were from mathematics. Students of more favorable economic status achieved better results because they had better conditions to study. It is mostly the teachers who fund the classes, and sometimes the teacher have to ask for help some organizations. Students these days understand very little of the material. Mostly these are memorized lessons, but they do poorly in practice. Hvala vam, Basida. The next speaker I'll ask to speak is Adisa. Adisa, da li vi možete biti idući?
Mogu, naravno, samo evo ako možete, Melisa, podijeliti prezentaciju, da.
Samo trenutak. Here we go.
Evo ja ću početi dok Melisa podijeli nam.
Evo je. I možete listati slajdove na dnu.
Samo da vidim.
Ili to moram ja jer sam ja podijelila?
Moraš, zato što si podijela, ali evo, možeš na sljedeći slajd. Evo ovako, ja ću dati svoje mišljenje vezano za temu sa aspekta pedagoga škole, s obzirom da svakodnevno razgovaram sa učenicima i nastavnicima, a i sa roditeljima vezano za ovu temu. Ocjenjivanje i vrednovanje uspjeha nekako je neophodno kako bi učenici imali rezultate, imali neku motivaciju da krenu dalje i da vide dokle su stigli u svojim sposobnostima, na čemu trebaju raditi. Međutim, vidimo u zadnje vrijeme da to ocjenjivanje i vrednovanje treba modernizovati u skladu sa i tehnologijom koja nas prati svakodnevno. Međutim, evo, pokušali smo u Bosni i Hercegovini, ja nešto nisam oduševljena devetogodišnjim obrazovanjem i dobra ideja bila da bude opisno ocjenjivanje, međutim, pokazalo se da se to svelo samo na prvi razred osnovne škole, a da je nastavilo se brojčano ocjenjivanje. Ponekad djeca poistovjećuju učenje i ocjenjivanje s mučenjem, zato što je školsko gradivo jako opširno i dovodi ih do stresova, a znamo da je stres neki tihi ubica i dovodi do nekih daljih razvijanja depresivnih stanja, što naravno ne želimo našim učenicima. Ocjena je prije imala veću vrijednost jer je tradicionalni odgoj bio, pa tako nekako i tradicionalno gledanje na obrazovanje i na ocjenu. Roditelji su bili na strani nastavnika, što danas nažalost imamo situacija da nisu, da su nastavnici krivi da li za višu ili nižu ocjenu, da su se promijenile neke društvene vrijednosti, a to je imamo prava, ali zanemarujemo obaveze. Pa isto tako roditelji zanemaruju te obaveze kod djece, da djeca sama trebaju da rade, da budu samostalna, rade zadaće za njih, lektire imate na internetu, pročitajte, prepišite. Jednostavno ne razvija se to kritičko mišljenje kod djece, ubija se kreativnost i samostalnost. Ovdje bi povezala i objektivnost pri ocjenjivanju koje je jako na niskim granama u našem obrazovnom sistemu. Ja znam da mi smo ljudi kao nastavnici i skloni smo greškama, međutim da bi ocjene bile objektivnije trebamo poraditi zaista na tome da se uključimo u realizaciju i finaliziranje kriterija gdje će raditi više ljudi, pa će se time i smanjiti ta subjektivnost pri ocjenjivanju. Da se vodimo u ishodima učenja, da vidimo šta je zapravo cilj učenju i podučavanju, da nam ocjena ne bude mjerilo znanja. Povremeno te kriterije naravno trebalo bi ispitivati, vršiti samo procjenu kako nastavnici kod sebe, tako i da nauče učenike kako da se samo procjenjuju, da procjenjuju svoje sposobnosti, a najbitnija je ta povratna informacija kada ocjenjujemo učenike, da im kažemo odmah poslije ocjenjivanja zbog čega su dobili određenu ocjenu i zbog čega su je zaslužili. Ono što je jako bitno jeste da trebamo posmatrati učenike tokom čitave školske godine jednog razreda, jer učenici se nekako od septembra do decembra potrude, pa onda u drugom polugodištu se uspavaju, malo smanje se te ocjene, posebno u završnim razredima. Znači trebamo jednostavno pratiti dijete i promatrati od početka školske godine do kraja kako bismo izvukli tu jednu ocjenu i vidjeli na kojem nivou znanja djeteta. Ponekad te nam ocjene služe kao rangiranje učenika. Često je kod učenika bitnije koga ispituje, a ne ono šta će dobiti, koju će ocjenu dobiti. jer zaista učenici se vežu za pojedine nastavnike, a kod pojedinih nastavnika zaista stresno odgovaraju u različitim situacijama, različito se ponašaju, različito odgovaraju. Znanje ispari tokom godina, posebno ako se uči na pamet, djeca zaboravljaju pojedine stvari, a ono što je nama cilj jeste da uporedimo i da vidimo, da otkrijemo šta je to što trebamo kod djece razvijati da bi oni u praksi primijenili. Svako dijete individua za sebe i naravno ne možemo očekivati da su u svim poljima svi sposobni, što nažalost današnji roditelji zahtijevaju i traže da sva djeca, odnosno pojedini roditelji, da imaju sve petice, a dijete recimo ne može. Ono što je bitno jeste znači da razvijamo kod djece to kritičko mišljenje, proces razmišljanja da se razvija, da ih motivišemo, da napreduju, da ono što nauče zapravo da primjenjuju u praksi. Jer sve ostalo bez prakse, bez očiglednih sredstava, bez očiglednih primjera, a mi smo najbolji primjeri djeci, sve ide u vjetar. I evo dvije sam izjave za kraj. Obrazovanje uma bez obrazovanja srca nije obrazovanje. Znači jednostavno ako samo razvijamo a bez emocija, onda ćemo dobiti samo jedan kalup. I prvo lijepa riječ treba svakom djetetu uputiti, da nam onda možda lijek neće ni trebati. Eto, toliko od mene.
Hvala vam. Thank you, Adessa. So Adessa was pointing out how the grading and evaluation of success is necessary in order to encourage students to achieve better results. However, today they should be modernized and adapted to today's age. Children identify learning with torture because, well, they mostly have to learn the lectures they don't understand. School materials are extensive and sometimes difficult. The assessments used to have much more value and significance than they do now. The parents were on the side of the teachers, and now they are on the side of the students. It was a traditional approach to both education and grades. Today, the situation is changing. The child is in the center of attention, which leads to change in the observation of social values. Parents take on children's responsibilities, which should not be the case, to come to terms with the fact that we are not all capable of everything, and this is unfortunately a very common occurrence among today's parents. Cannot come to terms with the fact that children are not born or capable of everything, but we should come to terms with that. Educating the mind without educating the heart is not education. And at the end, there is a quote from Hippocrates, first a nice word, then a cure. You may not even need it. Thank you. So the next speaker.
Okay. Before the next speaker, can you hear me? Before the next speaker, I would like to go over to social media to let's check out some of the reactions from the viewers. That I think after every speaker's speech or presentation, we go over to the social media to find out if there's any questions or reactions. Thank you so much for this wonderful and insightful, very promising, insightful thoughts on your presentation. It has been amazing. You know, one thing is that we lose too many talented people by defining intelligence through their exams that are wholly inadequate and constricting. How grades do not let us focus on the real aspect of learning. So before we proceed with this thought-provoking topic, let's go over to our social media to find out if there's any questions or to view some reactions before we proceed, please. First of all, let's welcome those that are just joining us. Please be patient, okay? It's going to be in English and Bosnian. Of course, it's going to be interpreted in English, so be patient. We're going to carry everyone along, okay? So let's see if there's any question. All right. Ishaya from Kenya. She said the topic is appropriate and timely. Thank you so much. And we have another person here, Retino. Please tell us where you're tuning in from. Congratulations and best wishes. I think there's no question here. AK said, "Ma'am, you are so nice and helpful." Yeah, thank you. Sabiha from Bangladesh. Thank you. Sheila, thank you so much for joining. And Jezia, the Global Secretary, Arab World, welcome. Thank you for your support. And Manisha, she said, very nice session. Hannes, you can ask your question, be patient. It's going to be interpreted in English so that you will be able to ask your questions if you have one. All right. Okay. I don't think there is any question here. Wow, someone is joining us from Austria. Wow. Hannes Bad. Wow, that's great. Thank you so much. Wow, I think this first time I've not seen you in any of our events. You're highly welcome. We are hoping to be seeing more of you. And we also have this person from Romania. Thank you so much. Without further ado, I don't think for now there's no question. We are going to get back on the track for the business of the day. I'm going to hand over the mic and stage to the Melissa to call upon the next speaker that we have the stage. Melissa,
thank you so much.
The stage
Thank you
is
so
all
much,
yours
Dr.
now.
Mitchell. Thank you. So the next speaker I'll call upon is Jasmin. Jasmin, molim vas, čujete?
Čujete vi mene?
Naravno, izvolite prezentacija.
Evo, još jednom veliki pozdrav za sve. Evo, danas ću govoriti korelaciju između ocjena i znanja i povezanosti sa nastanka psihičkih poremećaja i emotivnih poremećaja kod djeci. Danas ćemo govoriti o školskom uspjehu u užem smislu riječi, pri čemu je glavni pokazatelj školska ocjena, ili u širem smislu gdje su pokazatelji promjena ili razvoj učenika kroz aktivni rad, obogaćivanje ne samo na kognitivnoj razini, već i razvoj vještina, stavova, interesa potrebnih za uspješni akademski, ali socijalni život. Kada govorimo o korelaciji između ocjene i znanja kod učenika, značajno je pomenuti 3 razdoblja školovanja, a to je razredna nastava, prelazak u predmetnu nastavu i srednje obrazovanje. Znamo i sami da u predmetnoj nastavi učiteljice, odnosno učitelji su mnogo povezani sa učenicima u odnosu na predmetnu nastavu, tad kroz empatičan pristup koji nekad prelazi u roditeljski odgoj. Taj odnos vuče za sobom određene sekvence u popuštanju prilikom ocjenjivanja, ne uzimajući u obzir koliko je učenik naučio i koliko učenik zna. Tako da učenici dobijaju ocjene koje nisu zaslužili. U tom periodu dijete će razvijati lažno samopouzdanje i neće razvijati emocionalnu stabilnost kada se nađe u situaciji koje nisu kreirane prema mjeri tog učenika. Ovaj problem počinje se javljati u predmetnoj nastavi gdje nastavnik nema toliku povezanost sa učenicima kao učiteljica ili učitelj u razrednoj nastavi i neće popuštati i biti toliko empatičan. Tu se počinje se javljati problem kada učenik dobija ocjene, a one su lošije u odnosu na raniji period školovanja. Zatim vidljivi problemi se najčešće javljaju u srednjoj školi gdje učenici otvoreno pokazuju psihosomatske reakcije. Neuspjeh umanjuje učeničku sposobnost, zatim motivaciju za rad, ali i zbog dojma koji učenik ostavlja zbog svoje nesigurnosti, inhibiranosti ili na drugu stranu inata pa i agresivnosti. Učenici također uviđaju međusobnu povezanost emocionalnih teškoća i sposobnosti učenja i odgovaranja gradiva na satu. Česti simptomi su strahovi i anksioznost za djecu i adolescente, depresivnost za djecu i adolescente, psihosomatski simptomi, hiperaktivnost, impulzivnost i agresivnost. Prema mišljenju nastavnika i učenika, svi oblici usavršavanja koji rezultiraju povećanjem emocionalne pismenosti nastavnika i učenika, olakšava se i učenje i podučavanje. Preventivnim djelovanjem mogu se ublažiti posljedice stresnih situacija u školi i smanjiti napetost i neugoda među učenicima u razredu. Pri tome se mogu koristiti tehnike psihološkog vakcinisanja u razredu, edukacije u radionicama kroz koje bi se nastavnici upoznali s osnovnim metodama pomoći djeci i specifičnim metodama podučavanja. Umjesto klasičnih predavanja ističe se potreba za radom u maloj grupi koji može omogućiti nastavnicima preradu vlastitih osobnih problema te pružiti međusobnu potporu u stresnim situacijama. Osobito se osjeća nedostatak uvjeta za osobni pristup učeniku koji je izuzetno značajan u slučajevima kada učenici imaju neke psihološke probleme. Evo ukratko sam predstavio tu problematiku i uzroke koji nastaju kod djece uz navedene simptome i kliničke slike. Eto, toliko od mene i hvala vam puno.
Hvala vam puno. So Yasmin was talking about how we can talk about school success in narrow sense, where the main indicator is school grades, or in a wider sense, where indicators are change of or development of students through active work, enrich not only the cognitive level, but also the development of skills, attitudes, interests, and needs for successful academic as well as social life. When we talk about the correlation between grades and knowledge in students, it is important to mention 3 periods of schooling: classroom teaching, transition to subject teaching, and secondary education. We know that in subject teaching, teachers are much more connected with students than in subject teaching. They are quite connected through an empathic approach that sometimes translates into parenting. This relationship entails certain sequences of ingrading without taking into account how much the student has learned. So students get grades they did not deserve. During this period, the child will develop false self-confidence and will not develop emotional stability when he finds himself in situations that are not created to measure for that student. Common symptoms that can occur from this are fear and anxiety for children and adolescents, depression for children and adolescents, psychosomatic symptoms for children and adolescents, hyperactivity, and aggression. Thank you so much. Let's move to our next speaker, Mata. Mata, da nas čuješ?
Yes, I can hear you. If you could just give me a moment.
I'm so sorry. I really want to, there's some reactions before we proceed. I'm back. There's some reactions. Sorry. Let the next speaker just get prepared. Once we are done with this, the person will proceed, okay? The speaker will proceed. So, we have Ismail, where are you joining us from? Mugo from Kenya, thank you so much. Mugo said, let's just read these reactions and questions if there is. Great. Good translation from our moderator there, co-host. That's coming from AK. Thank you so much. Melissa, this is for you. Greetings from Kenya. Thank you for tuning in. Hugo. Roshan Kuma, thank you. From Romania. Thank you so much. Altanu, sorry if I didn't pronounce your name so well. Oh, there's a question here. Ekes from Bangladesh. Grade must be changed, but how? I think we've picked that question. Okay, we are going to respond to that. I am enjoying your presentation. Thank you so much. Medhat from Egypt, thank you for tuning in. Okay, we're going to respond to your question now. I know it's so late now, about 2300. Oh my God, midnight already. Okay, we are so sorry about that. We are going to respond to your question as soon as possible. As soon as possible. We have Lali here. She said, great. And well done, Melissa. Yeah. Wow. Excellent presentation. Thank you for all these reactions. It means a lot to our speakers. We need motivation. In as much as they are motivating us, they are sharing their insights about this topic. We also need to motivate them as well. Do you think we should have interest on emotional intelligence from the childhood? I think we have two questions. More questions are coming. More questions. Oh, I think we are going to start from the first one. There's a lot of questions here. Look at another one here. Do you have a standard evaluation system? Okay, let's start from this first one. Social emotional learning is more important than the content. Okay. All right. I think we are going to start with the first question here. Grade must be changed, but how? Okay, I'm going to throw this to the speakers. Melissa, is anybody ready to respond to this?
Ocjene moraju biti promijenjene, ali kako? Da li neko želi da odgovori na ovo pitanje? Well, I don't think it's the grades that must be changed, but the way we teach our students.
May I?
Mateo?
No, go on. Sorry.
No, sorry.
Okay, so you said that I think maybe the approach the teachers have must change, because in general, I think we have all witnessed that teachers indeed do have favorites, no matter how objective it may seem. There really is a type of favoritism in almost every school, be it the lower grades, the high grades, or even the high school itself.
Okay. Thank you so much for that wonderful input. I think I'm going to go over to the next question. This one is coming from Medhat Kasim from Egypt. He said, do you think we should have interest of emotional intelligence from the childhood?
Da li mislite da bi trebali imati interes za emocionalnu inteligenciju iz djetinjstva? Da li neko želi da odgovori, pa ćemo prevesti?
Kod djece je jako bitno razvijati emocionalnu inteligenciju, naravno kroz programe empatije, gdje je dokazano da još od malih nogu, odnosno od djetinjstva, mogu uticati suosjećajnost sa drugima, prihvaćanje razlika, gdje je pokazalo u inicijalnom i finalnom istraživanju, kada sam provodio sa učenicima kroz program dramskog pristupa, odnosno razvoja emocionalne inteligencije i razvoja empatije kod učenika.
So the development should be done of course, emotional intelligence should be done through empathy programs, also compassion and acceptance of difference between children. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, I think there's another question. Sorry. Okay, the third question. Thank you so much for that wonderful response from Jasmine. Thank you. There's another question here. Okay, do you have a standard evaluation system, maybe in your country?
What exactly do we consider like a standard evaluation system? Do you think grades or?
Yeah, I think it should be for grades. The question is incomplete. I think the person is referring to grades.
Yes, we do have grades from all throughout schooling, except for the grade 1 in elementary school. That is where children actually do not get standard grades. They get I don't remember how they were called, even though my brother was recently in grade 1, but I don't know. They usually get like notes or diplomas or something like that.
Okay, thank you so much for that wonderful input as regards to that. I think every country should have a standard for evaluating both learning and of course grades. I think that's what the person was referring to, if I'm not mistaken. This person said grades. Okay, social and emotional learning is more important than the content. So yeah, I think I totally concur with you. And my heart say great team. I don't think there's any other question. Oh, there's so many. Okay, let's go through them. We have this person said thanks for your answer. Please, we are going to send the feedback form for you. We really need you to fill in. We want to see your feedback, not just getting the certificate. You want to see the ways in which we can, to improve, to be more better and stronger. With your comments, with your feedback, I think that will enable us to improve, to get bigger and better and to serve you more. Okay, please make sure you feel correctly, and your feedback really matters to us. This person says, I agree with Medhat Kasim. More important to stress on learners' emotional intelligence at the early stage. Yeah. Excellent response. Thank you so much, Innocent. Joining from our YouTube handle. Thank you so much. The Haraj from India. Thank you. There's another question coming from, what is powerful summative? I think what history meant here is, what is more powerful, summative or formative assessment? Okay. So is everybody ready to respond to that? What is more powerful, summative or formative assessment?
I think we cannot translate the question very well. We find ourselves confused.
The thing is that the question is incomplete. Could you please, Eke, could you please rephrase your question so that we can respond to it adequately, okay? Yeah, this Bosnia Herzegovina is in our hearts. We remember your great leader, Exit Bigovi. Wow, thank you so much. That's a great comment from Medhat Kasim from Egypt. Nice. Poham Goti all the way from India. Thank you so much. Awesome webinar. The Travino. Thank you so much. I think there's no any other question. Oh. Okay, the person said the session has been great. Keep it up, please. Thank you so much. Yes, we are here to share ideas. Yeah, we are all here to learn with and from each other. Learning from each other is one of the the main reason why we are here. Okay, as someone said, formative assessment is more powerful than summative assessment. Okay, that's what you know. The poster or the person that asked the question didn't complete. The question was incomplete, so that's why I said that it should be assessment, and someone has already responded to that. Thank you so much, Isaiah from Kenya. So formative assessment is more powerful than summative assessment. I think you've heard that. All right. Thank you so much. And without further ado, permit me to call upon the my co-host to call the next speaker that we have the stage. The mic is all yours now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So our next and last speaker will be Mata. Mata, I will add your presentation here. The stage is yours. Okay. Mata seems to have disconnected. Maybe she's having some network issues. Oh, she just contacted me. Mata says she's having some network issues and can't share her presentation. She will not be able to connect back. She will try reconnecting via her phone. And while we do that, I have a presentation that I've made while we're waiting for Mata. And I will share it. Just a second. Here we go. So valuing grades over learning. I think that everyone can agree that learning is much more important than school grades. Most will say that grades do not define a student, but is it really the case? The problem arises when students start thinking that their knowledge is not good enough if they do not get a higher grade. What makes students think this way? So the first factor that makes students think this way are their parents, then the school system, and the third factor is other students. So the first factor, parents. Parents are main factors that affect the students in this way. In most cases, it is the parents who tell us that grades always come first. The expectations that parents have are too high and they are sometimes difficult to meet. They put a pressure on students. It is not uncommon for students to be scolded if they receive a low grade. In my opinion, parents should point out to students that a lower grade is just an opportunity to learn. through the ups and downs in grades, students grow as people. That growth is much more important than their actual grade that was written on the paper. The second factor that affects students is school system. Um, there is this quote: when students cheat on exams, it is because our school system values grades more than students value learning, from Neil deGrasse Tyson. Well, school system, that's what, in addition to parents, creates a kind of pressure on students. In school, every professor expects a student to learn his subject well without taking into account other subjects that the students must study in addition to the first one. This leads to students learning the material without understanding it, actually. This knowledge will not last long, and the already mentioned material will be forgotten in a very short time. The third factor that affects students are other students. In this case, other students become a problem because it is not uncommon for students who receive a higher grade to belittle or bully others who receive a lower grade. This type of belittling can lead to worsening mental health in students with lower grades. According to the Michigan Association of School Administration, the effect of bullying extended far beyond the academic scope. Students who are repeatedly bullied may experience physical symptoms like stomach pains, headaches, and trouble sleeping. These side effects may pair with anxiety about going to school or participating in class, which only leads to further loss of interest and reduced academic performance. Students who are bullied often exhibit a low self-confidence, frequently experiencing depression, suicidal thoughts, etc. And I would like to end this presentation with a quote: "You can teach a student a lesson for a day, but if you can teach him to learn by creating curiosity, he will continue the learning process as long as he lives." Thank you so much for listening to me.
Yes, also, thank you so much for that insightful presentation. And wow, it has been amazing. Way to go. Pending when Matty join us, I think let's go over to the comment sections to check out if there's any reactions there. Okay. His this person said, Professor Azra from Iran. She said, "Great presentation. Thank you so much, Professor, for your contribution." And we have Nadat. Nadat said, "We are happy to be with you. Thank you so much for you being here. Without you, there will be no us. Without you, there will be no us here today. Your presence really encouraged and motivated us. Formative assessment is done during the learning process through written questions, oral questions, observations, etc. Thank you so much, Isaiah, for your wonderful contribution. I think uh, AK, you've heard that. The reason she's just backing it up that formative assessment is more powerful than summative with these few points of hers. Okay, please, I believe you are still there with us. I know it's late in Bangladesh. Thank you, thank you. And we also have thanks for explaining the formative assessment conception or concept. I think concept. Thank you. Yeah, he's still here with us. Excellent expression. Thank you so much. And Migo said a great presentation. And wow, this coming from Innocent. Really enjoying your presentation, learning a lot. Yeah, that's why we are here to learn with and from each other. Thank you so much. And really, curiosity is very important to have interactive learning. Yes, it's very, very important. That's why this interactive session, we really want viewers' input as well. Their contribution really matters. Okay, so interactive section is the best because with this, we are going to be learning from with and from each other. And thanks a lot. Inga, thank you so much. And there's a reaction here. Exactly. Curiosity and enthusiasm is the key of learning. Yeah. Having enthusiastic attitude towards in the teaching and learning process is the key word here. That's what every teacher should do in order to inspire the children. I totally concur with your suggestion or your contribution here. Thank you so much, Mary, for your wonderful input. Okay, I think uh, with this, I don't think there's no any other question. Let's check if Mati, if she's back here. If she's not yet back. Oh, Adisa, welcome back. Sorry for the
Thank
technical
you.
glitches. Mati is here to join us. She's having some technical glitches. All right. Thank you. Please, thank you so much for being here today. If you still have some questions, we are here to respond to that. And if there is no any other question, we would like our speakers to share with us their parting shot before we call it a day. Okay, I think the feedback form is already been posted on the chat box. Please, we need your response, feedback. Your feedback really helps us to know the next line of action, or webinar or trainings to embark upon. Please, we need your reviews as well. Thank you so much. Okay, and I know it's already late here, even in my country, and not to talk of other countries is already late. Please, let me start with beside that, what are your parting shots, few words before we call it a day? Okay, someone said, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You are amazing. And you too, Adila, thank you so much for being here. Your presence really matters to us, and your contribution goes a long way. Formative assessment is a continuous process. Yes, it's a continuous process. Not only that, even learning as well. Learning itself is a continuous process. Yes, let's continue learning with one another. So, Besida, do you have any parting shots?
Mislite da li nam možete reći par riječi za kraj?
Evo, ja bih prije svega da se zahvalim svim učesnicima, znači panelistima i naravno svim slušateljima, da pozdravim sve učesnike koji su bili danas sa nama, koliko sam primijetila, Libija, Makedonija, Rumunija, Austrija, svim zemljama i naravno da se zahvalim na izdvojenom vremenu. Ja mogu da kažem kao zaključak svega ovoga jeste, mi smo iznijeli ovdje dosta danas problema. Naravno, rješenje koje mi možemo ponuditi kao nastavnici i kao učesnici u obrazovnom procesu jeste to naše stalno usavršavanje, motivisanje učenika, kao što je neko rekao već, i način da motivišemo djecu da oni ono što su naučili reprodukuju, da im to ostane negdje u dugoročnoj memoriji i da znaju primijeniti. Ja ću samo dodati jednu anegdotu. Kolegica koja je pedagog po struci je pričala da roditelji rade zadaću. Kod nas se to desio jedan slučaj da je učenik predao svesku na pregled i učitelj ga je pitao da li si uradio zadaću, kao nisam. Pa imaš zadaću u svesci, kaže on, ma to je otac uradio dok sam ja spavao. Mislim, to je dosta, nažalost, jedna realna slika našeg obrazovnog sistema gdje mi moramo sistematski raditi, ali se nadamo da uvođenjem sada eksterne mature koja je krenula od ove godine u pravom ritmu, prošle godine je bila onako provedena, ali ne možda na način kako je to ove godine vrlo ozbiljno urađeno na Tuzlanskom kantonu. Ja se nadam da će ocjene zaista poslati mjerilo znanja u budućnosti. Hvala puno.
Thank you, Besida. So Besida said that she would like to thank everyone who was here with us tonight. And she thinks that solution that they as professors can offer is continuous improvement and motivation of students. And a common problem that also occurs is that parents do students' homeworks, and we should work on that. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for that wonderful interpretation. You'll be doing an amazing job here. Okay, I will call upon the only man standing in our midst to share his parting shot before we call it a day. Jasmine, the stage is all yours now.
Ok, evo ovim putem pozdravit ću prijatelje cijelog svijeta koji nas vjerno prati na svim dosadašnjim predavanjima i uputiti naravno i čestitke panelistima i veliki pozdrav za tebe. A šta možemo mi, koju poruku prenijeti jeste da zajednički možemo promijeniti ovaj sistem, odnosno školski sistem u Bosni i Hercegovini koji nije baš tako dobar, ali zajedničkim snagama možemo učiniti dosta toga tako da pomognemo kako djeci, tako nastavnicima i stručnim saradnicima i svima onima koji učestvuju u školskom u kreiranju školskog sistema. Veliki pozdrav za sve.
Hvala vam puno. So Yasmin said that he would like to say thank you to all his friends around the world who have stayed with us so far. And the school system in Bosnia and Herzegovina can be changed and improved if we all work together by helping each other. Thank you so much, Yasmin.
Wow, that's great. Thank you. And that's awesome response there. And please, I would like to call upon the next speaker there, Besaida. Besaida, please share your parting shot with us. Besaida, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Your parting shots?
Jesam. Evo, ja se još jednom zahvalim svima koji su bili sa nama danas, našim prijateljima i naravno svim panelistima. Ne znam, imam potrebe da ponavljam još jedan put.
She thanked everyone for being here with us tonight, and we already talked to Besida with her parting shots. Our next panelist is Adisa Baric.
Oh, Adisa, yeah, I'm so sorry about that.
It's okay.
Adisa.
Pozdravljam sve prisutne još jednom i drago mi je zaista što sam bila dio ove ekipe da iznesem svoje mišljenje. Imate veliki pozdrav od moje kolegice Senije Mujan koja je prošli put bila vaš panelist. I evo za kraj da kažemo možda da ne trebamo se previše baviti tim akademskim postignućima učenika, najbitnije je da oni nama budu dobri ljudi, da svoje emocije pokažu, iskažu, da budu dobri prema drugima, da dijele, da onaj sadržaj koji nauče, da razmišljaju o njemu, da razmišljaju o svom učenju i kritički da razmišljaju o nekim stvarima koje im se nameću, da ruše predrasude kojih je danas jako mnogo. Mi kao prosvjetni radnici trebamo njima biti kao putevi vodilje, mentorski da se ponašamo, a evo što je rekao i kolega Jasmin, znači trebamo zajednički poraditi na ovom našem bosansko-hercegovačkom sistemu koji malo zakazuje. Mada, vjerujte, imamo iskustvo učenici koji su nam otišli u zemlje Evropske unije da su pokazali zavidne rezultate, bez obzira što naš sistem ima puno nedostataka. Toliko od mene.
Thank you so much. So Adisa said that she would like to greet everyone present with us here today, and she is glad that she was part of the team. She gave us greetings from Senia Muyan, who was our panelist on our last webinar. The most important thing is that students are good people, and we should not, our main focus should not be their grades. We need to teach them to think critically, and their professors should be their guides. We need to work together on a Bosnian and Herzegovinian system that is fails a bit. Thank you so much, Adisa.
Okay, thank you. That's really awesome. Thank you so much, Adisa, for your pattern shot you just shared with us today. And I will call upon Melissa. So it's now your turn. Could you please share with us your pattern shot for today?
So I would like to thank everyone who was here with us tonight and from all the countries that we've mentioned before. I would like to thank Dr. Uche for organizing this webinar, and I would like to thank all our panelists today. I've had this was a thought-provoking webinar, which I liked, and the topic was that we chose was something that is not talked about enough. I'm glad we got to share our thoughts today, and I was so glad that I was part of the team. Thank you so much.
Wow, yes, this is what I'm talking about. Let's see, learning is a continuous process. So we'll be here to learn with and from each other. That has become my favorite slogan. We are here in this platform. The windows of opportunity has opened for everyone to air your own view, thoughts on a particular topic. And for today's topic is so amazing, thought-provoking topic that we should be campaigning and doing a more awareness. Okay, we should be talking more of this because some school system, honestly, schools, even students themselves, they prefer grades more than the learning that we help them for throughout their lifetime. But it is what it is. Sometimes the question that should pop out from people should be: does grading motivate students? The grading itself, does it motivate students? Rather than motivating students to learn, grading appears to in so many ways, as we all shared today, but have the quite opposite effect. Perhaps at the best, grading motivates high achieving students to continue getting high grades regardless of whatever that goal also happens to overlap with learning. So we should continue to endeavor regardless to inculcate the basic learning with our students than to pursuing grade itself, because the grade is just within the school system, school sector, but whatever that they will learn afterwards will help them for throughout their lifetime. So we as teacher, speaking based on teacher's perspective, we should try to inculcate the basic learnings, what will help them, especially starting at the young age. We are taught the importance of grades at the young age, but that should not uh overlap the learning itself, just like I said earlier on. Okay, so I think everyone focuses more on grades because our parents expect us to do well in school. They don't even care if we are learning the good aspect of it or not. What they care is for us to come out with flying colors. So they don't care either because grade matters a lot more than the learning, and none of us really care about learning anymore. Okay. Okay, so we should try and endeavor to do what we should. Let's try our best. Okay, so and then not having a good grades isn't important. Yes, because if you're not having good grades, we have different types of intelligence. It really varies. Some people will be trying to get good grades on a particular subject, but in other way around, the person will be performing so excellently. So we are all unique. All the students, all our diverse learners are unique in their own ways. That this person is not good in mathematics, not getting good grades in mathematics, doesn't mean the person is not intelligent. We have different categories of intelligence. So we should not allow that. Okay, but learning should be priority in school. Anyway, regardless, okay, if learning occurs, the grades will now follow. Let learning be the priority. We should try to prioritize the learning more than the the grades. Okay, so the next time we are in this situation where you don't even know the information and you just want to get a good grade, try and take it a little time to actually learn first, and it just might help you in the future when you won't even expect it. But learning is the key, is the way forward, because it's going to carry us throughout our lifetime, be it our students, teachers, everyone. Honestly, learning is a lifelong. It's going to carry us throughout our lifetime. Thank you so much for all the speakers who've spoken. What you share here today. You've spoken from your heart, and this is very, very important that we as teachers, people from different, we have different professional expertise. We should try to talk about this more often. It's very, very important that these grades should not overlap with learning. We should continue. Learning is a continuous process, and it's going to help our students a whole lot, especially in their future. Okay, so I really want to appreciate all the speakers and those people that have just joined us from different across the globe. Thank you for being here, for your wonderful contribution as well. We all learn together today. I believe you have a lot of takeaway. I do myself. I grab one or two things from today's webinar, and please join us next week, same time, for another blockbuster webinar training series. Are you an educator? Are you an MIE expert, a returning MIE expert, or you've been incorporating the use of technology in and outside your classroom, and you've not really joined the Microsoft Innovative Educator Experts? The time is now here for you to, after this webinar training series, we are going to walk all the newbies on the self-nomination process on how to join this innovative experts educator community. Please, it's very, very vital. You should join us on Wednesday for that episode. It's going to be in Arabic and English, and maybe I will personally walk people, those are interested. I'm going to walk you through on the basis of the self-nomination process. We really want to carry everyone along. So join us. Once you are using EduTech tools in and outside your classroom, I think you are good to go. Is one of the criteria okay, to join this noble community, that is Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert. So after that, we now talk about how you're going to become Microsoft certified educator as well. So 24 Digit Skills we promote 21st century learning skills. So that's why I'm laying much emphasis on this. And it's for everyone, both for students, everyone, as far as you're working with the education sector, mostly teachers. Please, it's going to help you, since you are a change agent, you are transformer, you are incorporating all these edutech tools, not just Microsoft products, but other edutech tools and resources that way, engages and maximize student learning outcome. I think this is an opportunity for you to join this wonderful community. So we also have a lot in stock coming up. Before, if I wouldn't want to, let me not forget this, please. If you are yet to join, follow our Facebook page, or like and follow our Facebook page. Please do that so that you'll be notified on our upcoming events. And if you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please, we urge you to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, because we have a lot of important webinars, conferences, and other trainings that we will be posting there, so that you go through it, especially those that missed it can uh, view the pre-recorded video, event video. It will help us all. Thank you so much for being here today. And I really want to mention some few reaction before we now call it a day. All speakers, thank you so much. All speakers are well educators. Yes, thank you so much. They are. Thank you so much. That they are excellent. They are so phenomenal. That they are unique. They all have their unique selling point. And expert educators, I believe we are going to be learning a lot from them. So thank you so much, Beher. And we have another person, Patricia Gonde, all the way from Zimbabwe. Thank you so much. We have AK, bless you too, and thank you for your maximum support today. Isaiah said, well said, multiple intelligence by Howard Gardner. Yes, we have multiple intelligence, not just that someone is not good in this particular subject doesn't mean the person is not intelligent. Who does that? Everyone is unique, is intelligent in his or her own way. Everybody cannot be a scientist. We have arts, we have commercial students. That the person is not good in this, the person will be good in other way around. What matters is that because all these grades, it's not, see, some people will have when they were in school, they had a good grade, but after school, what next? What happened? So having good grades while you're in school doesn't guarantee that you're going to be successful in life. What matters is how intelligent you are. How are you going to incorporate that with the real life scenario? Okay. So thank you so much. And we see you again. See everyone. See you all very soon. Congratulations on this great session. Yeah, is an amazing session. I totally concur with you. And thank you so much. I think with this, we're going to call it a day. Thank you so much for being here. And with this, we are going to sign out for now. We say bye-bye. See you next time.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah.